Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. In this presentation, we will explore Diagnostic Trouble Codes DTC P1454 and P2422 that apply to the Honda CRV models from 2017 to 2022. DTC P1454 signifies a problem with the fuel tank pressure (FTP) sensor circuit, indicating a range or performance issue. On the other hand, DTC P2422 points to a malfunction in the EVAP Canister Vent Shut Valve, which may be stuck closed. Understanding these DTCs is vital for identifying potential issues within the vehicle's EVAP system, which is critical for managing emissions. The EVAP, Evaporative Emission Control System, helps reduce pollutants and maintain fuel efficiency. In this guide, we will step through the diagnostic process to accurately identify and resolve these issues. Each slide will provide detailed descriptions, underlying symptoms, and thorough troubleshooting steps tailored specifically for your Honda CRV. The FTP sensor plays a significant role in measuring the vapor pressure in the fuel tank, ensuring that the fuel system operates within the recommended parameters. It is located in the fuel tank or adjacent to it, allowing it to gauge the tank's pressure accurately. If the FTP sensor has issues, it can trigger DTC P1454, indicating a failure in its circuit performance. The EVAP Canister Vent Shut Valve, which is essential for controlling vapor emission, is responsible for sealing the EVAP system when the engine is off, located in the vehicle's rear near the fuel tank. If this valve is stuck closed, it triggers DTC P2422, causing further EVAP system complications. Understanding the roles and locations of these components will greatly assist in diagnosing the problem accurately. Various issues can lead to these DTCs being triggered. Wiring problems between the FTP sensor and the powertrain control module, PCM, can cause the sensor to relay incorrect readings, which might result in a range or performance issue. Blockages in the FTP sensor vent port, vent hose, or EVAP canister vent hose can obstruct the flow of vapor, causing malfunctions. Additionally, a faulty FTP sensor or a malfunctioning EVAP canister vent shut valve can cause the system not to function as designed. Identifying these possible issues is the first step in a thorough diagnostic process, helping technicians pinpoint the root cause of the DTCs. Some symptoms associated with DTC P1454 and P2422 include the illumination of the check engine light, CEL, on the dashboard. This light serves as a direct indication that the vehicle has detected an anomaly in its systems. Moreover, drivers may notice a decline in fuel economy, suggesting that the EVAP system is not functioning efficiently. Failure in the EVAP system can also lead to a failed emissions test due to improper vapors being released into the atmosphere. Being aware of these symptoms can enable quick identification of the underlying problems and expedite the troubleshooting process. To initiate troubleshooting for DTC P1454 and P2422, start by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on position, which activates the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine. Next, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any previously logged DTCs. This step ensures that you are working with real-time data for accurate assessment. Once cleared, monitor the fuel tank pressure, FTP, sensor values through the HDS to confirm that the current conditions match the specified thresholds of -0.67 to 0.67 kilopascal. If the conditions align, this indicates that the sensor is functioning within normal parameters. However, if not, proceed to the next step to investigate further. In this step, remove the emergency fuel funnel from the fuel filler neck. This funnel is located under the cargo lining of your Honda CRV. After removing it, utilize the HDS to clear the DTCs again. Start the engine and allow it to idle in either park, P, or neutral until the radiator fan activates, which usually indicates that the engine is reaching operating temperature. During this idle period, monitor the EVAP Purge Control Duty, PC duty, with the HDS while holding the engine at 3000 RPM for at least 4 minutes. This monitoring is crucial for diagnosing the effectiveness of the EVAP system. If the EVAP PC duty is 20% or more during this test, it suggests the system is functioning properly. However, if the HDS indicates a failure, you can proceed to the next step. To carry out the third troubleshooting step, turn the vehicle off again and clear DTCs using the HDS. Once cleared, disconnect the EVAP canister vent hose from the canister. This connection point is critical for evaluating the vent system. After disconnecting, turn the vehicle to the on mode. Proceed to check the FTP sensor values again with the HDS to see if they still maintain the necessary range. If the conditions align with the threshold, then check for any possible blockages in the EVAP canister vent hose or the drain tube joint. Identifying any obstructions in these areas will provide insight into potential causes for previous DTC triggers and guide further diagnostics. In this fourth step, ensure the vehicle is switched off before removing the EVAP canister vent shut valve for inspection. Once removed, reconnect its 2P connector to facilitate testing. Switch the vehicle to the on mode to activate the system. From here, select the EVAP test in the inspection menu of the HDS and conduct the EVAP CVS on test on the single solenoid. This test evaluates whether the EVAP canister vent shut valve operates correctly. During this inspection, pay close attention for corrosion or any signs of physical wear on the valve. If the valve operates properly and shows no signs of deterioration, you can move on to the next troubleshooting step. Otherwise, replacing the valve may be necessary. In this troubleshooting step, the vehicle should be off initially. Proceed to disconnect the hose from the FTP sensor for a thorough examination. Then, with the vehicle in the on mode, check the FTP sensor values via the HDS to determine if they still fit within the required threshold. A proper range of -0.67 to 0.67 kilopascals indicates that the sensor potentially functions correctly. However, if values are obtained that do not match the threshold, then you need to investigate further for any restrictions in the FTP sensor vent hose. Identifying blockages is crucial, as any obstruction could result in erroneous readings or malfunctions within the EVAP system, leading back to possible faulty diagnostics. For the final step in troubleshooting, begin by turning the vehicle off and then removing the FTP sensor from its location on the EVAP canister. It is essential to keep the connector attached during this process, allowing for real-time readings when the vehicle is turned on again. Once you've confirmed that everything is disconnected correctly, switch the vehicle's ignition to the on position. Again, utilize the HDS to check for the FTP sensor values to ensure they reside within the desired thresholds. If the values confirm that the FTP sensor ports operate properly, you may discover that the issue lies within the EVAP canister itself, indicating that it might have an internal blockage necessitating a replacement. Conversely, if communication still raises concerns, you may need to replace the FTP sensor itself. After completing necessary repairs based on the previous troubleshooting steps, it is essential to conduct a final verification of the work performed. Start by taking the vehicle for a test drive under conditions similar to those when the DTCs were originally triggered to ensure the issue is genuinely resolved. Monitor the onboard diagnostic systems via the HDS during this drive to confirm that the DTCs P1454 and P2422 do not reappear. Furthermore, check the overall functionality of the EVAP system to ensure it operates correctly under various conditions. A successful final verification will validate that the repair measures implemented were effective and that the vehicle is performing efficiently without further issues. Preventive maintenance is crucial for ensuring the longevity of your Honda CRV's emission system, especially concerning the EVAP. Regular inspections of the EVAP system will help identify wear or faults before they escalate into significant issues that might trigger DTCs. Inspecting hoses and valves will aid in revealing any cracks, blockages, or wear that can affect performance. Keeping electrical connectors clean and corrosion-free is equally important to ensure proper communication between the components. Remember, engaging in routine maintenance not only maintains vehicle performance, but also adheres to environmental standards, ensuring you contribute to reducing emissions effectively. In conclusion, understanding the implications of DTCs P1454 and P2422 is critical for diagnosing problems with the EVAP system in your Honda CRV. Following a structured troubleshooting process allows for systematic diagnostics, pinpointing the exact issue effectively. Properly evaluating, inspecting, and rectifying any faults ensures that repairs are comprehensive and lasting. By incorporating routine maintenance practices, vehicle owners can prolong the efficiency of the EVAP system and prevent future occurrences of these DTCs. This approach not only enhances vehicle performance, but also promotes environmental responsibility by minimizing harmful emissions. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.